Hi guys, Kevin here. Today I want to show you how to play Heart of a Graveyard like the album version, but only using an acoustic guitar. Thanks for clicking on this video. This tutorial is based on a cover that I did a few months ago, and so if you want to watch that cover, it's linked in the description below. Also, there's 4 parts to this tutorial. There's going to be the intro and the chorus, which are linked together. There's going to be the verse, and then there's going to be a pre-chorus, and there's going to be a break. So those are the 4 parts. I will link the start times to those parts down in the description below as well. And let's get started. Okay, we're going to start with the intro and the chorus, and they're pretty much the same. There's just one slight difference, which I'll get to later. I will show you the chords, and then I will show you the strumming pattern, and then we'll put it together with a visual that I have. So here's the chords. You need F sharp minor, then a D, R D, then A, and then an open E, you need B, C sharp, and then you'll need a G sharp minor. Okay, here's the strumming pattern, and it is basically for the entire intro and chorus. So the strumming pattern is 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and that repeats. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and. Okay, so here is the visual that kind of puts all those together. So if you go through the first part, there's 2 parts. There's a transition in between the first and the second part, and then there's a transition after the second part, which leads into either the verse
or a break.
So let's go through that. The first part, strumming pattern, it's in red at the top. So we're going to start on F sharp minor, go to D, A, and E, and we'll run through that twice. And with the strumming pattern, this is what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and. So that black line there in between the D and the A chord on the first part strumming pattern, that is basically where the strumming pattern repeats. Okay, so if you go through that again, starting with F sharp minor, and this is the second time through, then you drop down on the second time through, transition in red right below the first part strumming pattern there, and then it changes a little bit. So here's the second time through, and then when we move to that E, going the second time through, then we'll drop down to the transition right there, and this is how it sounds. F sharp minor starting, we'll run through it, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2. So the second time through, you're going and 1, and 2. You're hitting the D, and then going to that C sharp. And that takes you into the second part, strumming pattern right there. And so starting on the B, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and. Now all I'm doing there is 1, 2, 3. On that 3 and the 4, I'm muting those strings. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and So, and then that takes us to the second transition on the bottom right there. Second time through transition on the bottom after the second part. But it's, instead of being on the E, it's A this time. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4 in, and 1 in, and 2. 1, 2, 3, and 4 in, and 1 in, and 2. So starting again, this is your second time through the second part, beginning on the A. 1, 2, 3, and 4 in, and 1 in, and 2. And all I'm doing is I'm taking my hand completely off there on the 4 and the 1. 1, 2, 3, and 4 in, and 1 in, and 2. Okay, this is the chorus, and the only difference between the introduction and the chorus is the box on the right hand side is the transition between the first part and the second part. So if you look at the first part, we'll pretend like this is the second time through that first part, starting at the F sharp minor, and then we'll use the chorus transition into the second part. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 in, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 4 in, and 1, and 2, and 3 in. And then the second time through that second part is exactly the same. It just goes, so it's exactly the same as the intro, and then you move from there into the verse or the break. So let's go into the verse now. So I'm basically trying to use an acoustic guitar to play the whole song, so I'm using my acoustic as both bass and kind of a lead guitar part. So the bass part that I'm doing in the cover, if you want to go and look at that, but the bass part that I'm doing is I'm doing F sharp. So your low E string, second fret, it's F sharp. Then you go all the way down to your 7th fret, still on the low E string. That's a B. Go up 2 frets to the A, and then open E. So it's I'm just doing down ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And as that continues, then you move to the harmony notes, which are, this is B, so I'm on the 5th string. If you're counting from the bottom up, I'm on the 5th string and the 2nd fret. Then you're going to drop down to the 4th string, 4th fret, and that's going to be an F sharp. Then you're just going to use that 4th string open. Then you're going to go to the 5th string again, and you're going to be on the 7th fret, which is this is going to be an E. And then you're going to move up 2 frets to the D on the 5th string. And then you're going to move 1 fret to the C sharp. Okay, in that second part, the harmony part, while the bass is going, this is what it sounds like. And that repeats, and the second time through you just stay on the E. So here's the second time through. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then that moves you into the pre-chorus. Okay, the pre-chorus, you're going to go back to the F sharp minor. And I'm just muting String's got a palm mute on the back there, and they're all downstrokes. So your strumming pattern is just all downstrokes. So you're going to go F sharp minor to your D, move up one fret to the C sharp, and then E. Now the second time through it changes a little bit. You're going to go F sharp minor, D, and then A instead of the C sharp. So it's A, and then to E. So it's going to sound like this. This is both times through. And that second time through on the E, I just kind of let it build a little bit because you're going to go right back into the chorus. So it's okay, so here's the break and the outro. And I'll put that on the screen. Here's the strumming pattern, the chords. And so we're going to come right out of the chorus into this break. So that's what it sounds like. So you're hitting the B, C sharp, and then the D. Then you're just staying on the D and doing palm mute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And on the 2, and the 3 and, my fingers are kind of not pressing down, so it gives you that scratch, kind of muted sound, a little scratch. 1, 2, and 3 and 4. 1, 2, and 3 and 4. And then the outro is exactly the same as the first part of this break. So you're coming out of the final chorus, and that's how it ends, just that first part of this break strumming pattern and chords. Okay guys, I hope that helped. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I don't do a lot of tutorials, so if you have any suggestions for what I could have put in, what I could have left out, leave them in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.